How you doing, folks?
We're back!
But that's like a negative thing, isn't it?
No, it's not.
It sounds like we're doing this near Halloween.
Well, just...
Wait.
Wiz, you already started.
Here's Johnny.
All right, folks. So, my name is Tom Vasel.
I'm Zee Garcia. How you doing?
And I'm the shunted one, I guess.
We love Sam. That is Sam Healey right there.
Yes.
You recognize.
So, happy Thanksgiving if you're happen to watch this on Thanksgiving. This is a episode in which we're going to be talking about our favorite board game designers. And this was, for me, a very difficult thing to do, because how do you determine who's your favorite board game designer? Mm-hmm. I mean, do you go by your... I mean, you could just take your 10 favorite games, but...
You could do that, but I think that robs... I don't know, sometimes you have a designer that's made one extremely good game and nothing else particularly good, and you can still enjoy that one game.
I stayed away from that, because I did have some designers that I really liked one of their games, and then I looked at the rest of their games, and I was like, ugh.
Right. So definitely what we're saying is that that's not the list. The list is not our top 10 games translated into designers. I don't think any of us did that.
Right, this is what I did. I picked 10 designers who, if you said to me, such and such is making a new game, these are the 10 designers I would be most excited about.
Okay.
However, I will say that my top 10, I put them in order and everything, but while there were some that I were like, oh yeah, bottom 5, and some that went to top 5, I really kind of struggled the positioning on these more than any other.
Yeah, I mean, I had kind of a... It really wasn't a set. It kind of evolved over as I was researching, but the number 10 has 3 games that I like from them, and then everybody else up has more. Okay.
Yeah, and I definitely didn't pick any one-hit wonders, what I call them, or even there's a few designers who I think are very prospective, maybe have 2 designs out now, and they're both really good, and you're like, oh. But I did pick some guys that had 4. But we'll see. Let's get to the top 10, and I bet you we have more overlap on this one. I think I know you're one, and I think I know you're one.
No, you don't.
There will definitely be overlap here. I guarantee it.
I don't think so.
I bet you both won't guess my number 10, but let's get to it.
Number 10.
Okay, my number 10, I kind of cheated on this one because I picked 2 guys.
Okay.
2 guys. One guy because he's made one by himself that I really enjoy, and then the other guy was a guy that the first guy worked with on 2 other games.
I'm going to guess Tom Lehman. Yes?
No.
Jason Matthews.
Eric Lang.
That's one.
Oh, and then the other guy who did 1989, and I don't know that.
Isn't that bad, though, because there's the Jason Matthews and then...
Jason Matthews and Christian Leonard.
Okay.
And the reason I picked that is because Jason Matthews had, Twilight Struggle, and then they both worked on 1960 and
1980.
Founding Fathers.
Founding Fathers, yeah, that was the one I picked.
Okay.
I wasn't too keen on 1989.
Okay.
But Founding Fathers is one of my most enjoyed games.
Well, Jason Matthews is like the constant in all these games. He's the one guy who's there.
Right. So I mean so I guess Jason Matthews would be my number 10 pick because he's in all 3 of them. But I wanted to throw Leonard in there as well because he did collaborate. So that's my number 10, Jason Matthews and Christian Leonard.
Cool.
All right, my number 10 is not I did not pick this to stay because I feel bad for this designer, but because he has done more games I like than the one game of his that I'm famous for not liking. No, I mean, because I go by the whole body of work.
Okay, I know.
Okay, well, no, everyone knows that I threw Vasco da Gama off the roof and wasn't a big fan. But I think the designer of that, Paolo Mori, has really come into his own. He has done Libertalia, which I really love. He's done Pocket Battles, which is a small little tile battle game. He did the Batman Gotham City game, which was great, and he did a game that was nominated for the Spiel des Jahres, the Augustus, which was like the big. And I mean, those are 4 really solid games, and especially Libertalia and Batman, to show that he can really do theme, something he did not show at all.
Yes.
In Vasco da Gama. Although, even though I'm not a big fan of Vasco da Gama, people would still say that was a very good game. They're just wrong. But I mean, I had to pick him. I thought that he's an excellent. I really look forward to see what he does next.
Yeah.
So I think it's Paolo Mori.
I think it's Paolo, right? Paolo Mori.
Yeah, well, what Z said. So that's my number 10.
He's definitely on my short list. I'm looking forward to more from him.
Wow,
All right,
good.
my number 10 is I'm gonna just have like pokes and needles and things thrown at me for this one. My number 10 is Reiner Knizia. Reiner Knizia has a lot of good games. He's made more games, I think, than everybody on this list combined.
Well, that's definitely true.
And yes, there's a ton of bad ones. I mean, the man has like 43 pages on BGG, like when you click on him.
Yeah.
But he has a lot of good ones. Now, yes, he's been not bringing it lately, in my opinion. Hence, he's 10, okay? But I like a lot of his games. By the way, what I'm going to do on these, I'm going to say 3 games from each. The last one typically being a game that I feel doesn't get too much love, okay? So Reiner Knizia did Ra, Blue Moon City, and Escape, the dice game.
I give Escape love. I love that game.
I just feel like a lot of people don't give it love. But anyway, Reiner Knizia, I think is a great designer. Obviously, just lately hasn't been giving us what I like anyway, and that's why he's my number 10.
See, I kind of agree with you on this, but if you had said this 10 years ago, I would have said, yeah, that's right, because there's a lot of his games I do like. I'm just saying he hasn't done anything that great in probably 6 or 7 years.
Well, he did Indigo 2 years or 1 year ago. I like that game a lot. That was kind of a last hurrah there. I'm really hoping for something. I don't know. He's due. You know what I mean? He is due.
Or retired.
He was my number 11.
Was he?
No.
Ouch.
I was like, wow.
That's my number 10, Dr. Knizia.
Number 9.
My number 9 was an easy pick here, and that is Richard Launius. I really like his style. 2 of his games that I really like haven't been released yet, Run, Fight, or Die and Alien Uprising. Alien Uprising from Mr. B Games and Run, Fight, or Die from Gray Fox. Just he does these, he is probably the most thematic designer alive. Putting theme into his games, I think.
Wow.
Well, I mean, I think his games are stronger thematically many times than they are mechanically.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Like his initial Arkham Horror had to be kind of trimmed up a bit. Kevin Wilson did a good job bringing that. But, I mean, Arkham Horror he's known for. Defenders of the Realm. Oh, just overflowing. Elder Sign. The Dragon Rampage. It's a great dice game. Mm-hmm. So I just really enjoy those. And if you ever get a chance to run into him at a convention and play one of his 6,000 prototypes he carries with him that look like published games, you will probably play something very fun.
Cool. Yeah.
So,
yeah, Sam and I actually played Pirates vs. Dinosaurs not too long ago, and that's a fun game.
Yeah.
It's very thematic. Very fun. All right, my number 9 is Bruno Fedudi. Bruno Fedudi is a designer.
You just told me yesterday he wasn't bringing it anymore.
Hence, he's 9, okay?
Did you only have 10 to pick from?
No, I had like 15. The last game he put out was that Masquerade game, which was all right. I enjoyed it. It's okay. But his heyday, kind of like the peak of his career was a few years ago, I feel. But I still get excited when I know he's got a game coming out.
Gotcha.
Because he does have a really fun style to his games. There's a lot of bluffing in his games. There's a lot of character powers in his games, and I just like those things, So Bruno Fedudi for me is a designer that hasn't had a big hit in a while, but I'm always looking forward to the next one. So that's my number 9.
Yeah, he was probably my number 11.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, your turn.
Okay, my turn. Number 9. My number 9 is a guy that came up with Colorado, Zulredo, Aquaredo, and Hansa.
I know who he is.
Michael Schacht.
Correct.
I do like Michael Schacht.
Very good designer. All the games that I mentioned, I've really enjoyed playing, except for Colorado. I didn't really get into the whole card game aspect. But when he took that, system and made a board game out of it and then produced Aquaredo, I really enjoyed both of those games. Yeah. My family enjoyed both of those games. Hansa was one that I really enjoyed playing online a lot. because this guy doesn't like playing it.
Oh, I like
so,
it. I like it.
He didn't enjoy it. He's the one that introduced me to it.
It's not a horrible game.
We used to
It's-
play it all the time, and then he, for some reason, just said, "I don't like it anymore."
I entered Snootyville, apparently.
Yes, you did. So Michael Schacht, definitely a strong designer in my opinion.
Yeah, he's a strong Euro designer. Yeah.
And that's
Well, one of the things about Michael Schacht I think that's good is he takes his games exude simplicity, and yet are really cool.
Yeah.
He doesn't add tons of mechanisms.
He's clever. Also,
right, and
games
it's just
tend to be
it's there. It's a neat idea, but he envisions on it.
Cool.
very well.
Good choice.
Number 8.
Well, this is a little bit awkward. My number 8 is Michael Schacht.
Hey!
So now you don't need to say anything.
I'm just gonna say the names I wrote. Okay.
All the
Zulorano.
3 names.
Mondo is a really neat speed game. Check it
No,
out if you
it
haven't
is
played
not.
It's a good game. I
No,
like it.
it's okay.
And then Africana is the one I feel doesn't get a lot of love. That's a great game. It's like Ticket to Ride weight. It's similar a little bit, and it's a great, great game where you're trying to make connections, complete objectives. Neat. Check it out if you want a good family weight game. So, nothing else to add here. I just really like his style. So, Michael Schacht, my number 8.
Never heard of Africana.
It's
haven't
great.
either.
I don't think I've ever even seen it.
It's a follow-up to Valdora, was it? He
Never
like
heard of that
took it
either.
and mixed it up, and it's much better than Valdora.
Nador is okay.
You're the king of
Yeah,
the
no, I don't
unknown
like
game.
Valdora. Africana, much better.
Oh.
That's what we're gonna call you, King of the Unknown.
No problem.
All right, my number 8 is one that I would assume is going to be on somebody else's list.
Okay.
Antoine Bauza. I don't even know if
Boza.
I even... Boza, is that how you pronounce
It's,
it?
yes, it is.
Antoine Boza.
Antoine Boza. 7 Wonders, Takanoko, Tokaido, and I threw Ghost Stories in there because I see that it's a good game.
You don't like that one.
I just don't
Right.
like it. I see that it's a good game, though.
Okay.
So I'll give him that. But the first 3, Takanoko, Tokaido, and 7 Wonders, enjoyed all 3 of those tremendously. Not so much on Ghost Stories, but it is a good game.
Cool. I like him. Yeah.
Well, I'm just gonna say right now, he's not on my list. I thought about him. I thought him very seriously. He was in the bottom. In the
I'm
top
surprised
15.
actually he's not on your list.
Well, it's because there's a lot of his games that I like, but there's some games he made that I'm not a huge fan of either. So kind of.
Sure.
But again, we can only put 10 designers on the list.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, my number 8 is Rob Daviau from Hasbro. Risk Legacy would be, in my opinion, his crowning achievement. And it's really hard to tell sometimes how much work he put into all the other designs, because he was involved in many of them,
Right.
like the Clue, the DVD, Monopoly, Tropical Tycoon, Heroescape. He had a lot to do with Heroescape, but not all of it. The Epic Duels, Star Wars Epic Duels, Star Wars Queen's Gambit. He was definitely on the forefront of all that. And now he has his own company, design company, and he has a new legacy game coming from Plaid Hat Games, and I'm super excited about that, knowing almost nothing about it.
Yeah, that's
other than that he's the designer. So because of that, that automatically puts him on the list, because I'm so excited about a game coming from him. And I think he was such a big force in Hasbro putting out good games for the last decade. And when you guys watch this in 10 years from now and you're wondering why Hasbro sucks,
And who we are?
Because
it's because Rob Daviau used to work for them and it was cool.
Yeah.
When we were kids, Hasbro put out good games. But it really is true. They really did put out good stuff.
It's true.
Not when we were kids, but when we were in college.
Yeah.
That was the time frame. It was awesome. And now it's over. But Rob Daviau still makes games.
Cool.
Number 7.
All right, my number 7. Oh boy, I'm gonna get some hate from these fellas on this one. My number 7 is Stefan Feld.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Would he have been on your list had we not played
Bruges.
Bruges last night?
Yeah. Notre Dame. Bruges. The Year of the Dragon. The one that I don't hear a lot about. Roma 2. Called Arena. Arena Roma 2. Which was like Roma, but better. A 2-player quick dice and card game. I really like his style, typically. He's done some games I don't like. He does... he's one of the really, really Euro guys on my list, like Michael Schacht. Stefan Feld is Euro through and through, almost always. But
He's like the opposite of Michael Schock, though.
Oh, no. You mean the complexity?
Yeah, Michael Schock takes one mechanism, which is cool, and runs with it. Stefan Feld's like, hang on, and he gets out the cookbook and says, let's put in 5 of this, 6 of this, stirs them up, here's the game.
That's true. But I like that. I mean, like the ones I said I like, I think his games, I like Euros from him, typically. And I tend to not like Euros from a lot of other designers, you know?
Okay.
So I think he finds a good balance between point grabbing and cool character powers and stuff like that.
So that's the second designer on your list that we collectively, including you, have hated on recently, and now he's in your top 10
The
designers.
man's allowed to make bad games, though. But yeah, whenever there's like, oh, there's this game coming out from Stefan Feld, I'm like, oh, cool, let me check that out.
Oh, really? Well, then, see, that's the difference. To me,
I
I'm
wouldn't
thinking...
have thought that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have thought that.
Okay, well, look, I'm not, in case we're not, to not be clear, I think he is a very good designer. His games are high quality and they are very well respected, and I'd be foolish to say otherwise. I'm just saying his recent games, his first games I hated, the ones that you like, Notre Dame and...
I like them.
Yeah, hey, let's play a game. Hey, are you having fun yet? I'm like,
I like
yeah,
that.
it's fun. Gotta go to the doctor afterwards. But his latest games are what many people are
I
calling...
remember when we played Notre Dame at Origin.
I don't want to talk about that. That was terrible.
Really?
He's...
What the rats got you?
Oh, my...
Oh, the rats!
He was like the Pied Piper.
But if the rats bother you in that game, you cannot even go near in the Year of the Dragon, because, I mean,
I know!
in the Year of the Dragon, that's mean, you know.
Okay.
I like it.
But his latest games, many people have called them point salad.
Yeah.
Because there's just so many ways to get points. And they're not bad. I mean, we played Trajan. It wasn't a bad game. It just kind of left me a little empty. Anyway, my number 7, is not point salad. In fact, he's all about the art of war. And that's Richard Borg.
Yeah.
Battle Cry, Memoir 44, Commands and Colors, Battle Lore. And lest you say, well, that's all he does is work on his one system, which I don't have a problem with anyway. You know, if that system's great and he manages to make it in 6 now, because besides those 4 I mentioned, there's also the Samurai Battles and then there's the Command and Colors Napoleonics. You know, those 6 different distinct, and we're still waiting for the future one.
Right.
Well, then there was a Baden, which was a runoff of that. But besides that, he also has some great 2-player games. Heave Ho, Hera and Zeus.
Yeah.
He made a really cool version of Yahtzee. He did some old mass market games. X-Men Under Siege. Remember that one with the classic X-Men?
Yep.
And then, of course, the one game that everyone loves, Liar's Dice.
Yeah.
All this from the same designer. So if you tell me Richard Borg is making a new game, I'm excited. Now, if you tell me he's making a non-Commands and Colors game, I'd even be more excited because I'd be like, ooh, what new thing is he doing?
Right. That's when I would be excited. If he's just making another CNC, then I'm like,
Well, but I like the CNC game, so why would I be unhappy?
Zeus is a great game. That's my favorite game from him. Yeah. So if he's making something in that vein, yeah, I'd be excited then.
Anyway, my number 7, Richard Borg. Cool. Not Richard Berg. Don't confuse that.
Borg.
Please don't confuse that.
The one whose games end.
Sam.
All right. My number 7 has already been mentioned, so we'll be brief on this one. But Bruno Faduti definitely made my list.
Yeah.
Citadels. Some of these next 3 games I didn't really enjoy much, but I did enjoy them minorly. Dragon's Gold, Fist of Dragonstones, Queen's Necklace. Ones that I really enjoyed, though, were Ink and Gold, Mission Red Planet, Mystery of the Abbey, Warrior Knights.
Yeah, he's really...
Bruno Faduti does a lot of good games, but especially when he's working with someone else.
Right, yeah. And that's true, and we'll get to that later.
We'll get to that.
There's some other designers who are quite good in that.
Yeah.
Number 6.
Now, I'm probably going to get some hate on the internet for this one because you're going to say that this guy just does the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over again.
Over and over again.
But whatever. My number 6 is Klaus Teuber. And I mean, I think, first of all, people are hating on Settlers, but Settlers is so very popular. There's so many cool variations of it, and if you don't like one, there's probably one out there you do like, whether it's one of the different countries.
He's like a modern-day Monopoly guy.
Well, maybe, okay?
A little bit.
But there is all that, but he's managed to take them and make them feel different. You would say Starfarers of Catan feels very different than Catan Germany.
Yeah.
and which feels extremely different than Starship Catan.
Right.
And two-player Rivals of Catan.
Mm-hmm.
Those are all based in a Catan universe. And then he even made other games based in that same universe, which were very different. Ellison and Candemir,
Yep.
the one where you went around and leveled up. He made a great party game, Barbarossa, with the clay.
Yeah.
He made a funny kids game, Potbelly, where you put the...
Technically, though, Candemir was the beginning of Catan.
No, that's what I'm saying. He's
like
putting
a
them in the Catan universe, but it's a completely different game.
I understand.
And then he did Domain, or Lowenhertz, whatever one you like better. And I mean, I think he is a superb designer, and you might say he's milking the Catan cow, which, to be fair, had I made Catan, I would also be doing. Can't really criticize that too much. But I think that he manages to take it in fresh and new ways.
Yeah. The one I like from him is Hoity Toity. That's my favorite.
Notice I did not list that one.
That one I like.
But all his other games, I think, are fantastic. That's Klaus Teuber, my number 6.
All right.
Cool.
My number 6. Guy that came up with Android, Netrunner, King of Tokyo, Magic the Gathering,
of him.
BattleTech, CCG.
Oh,
Rally.
Garfield.
I'll even throw
BattleTech.
Rally, yeah.
When you say
Richard
BattleTech,
Garfield.
then I get it.
Oh, you didn't get it till BattleTech?
Yeah, it took him that long. That's fine. Really, if I'm just gonna say it right now. If this guy is not on these other two lists, these guys are morons. That's all I gotta say.
Wow!
I'm just gonna say
It's possible we've been invalidated.
this
I need
guy-
a pen. I need a pen really quick.
This guy belongs on a list like this. That's all I'm gonna say.
We're just going to keep that secret now.
Okay.
We don't want to show our moronness.
Here's the problem. Here's why this gentleman did not end up on my list, though. He is on my he is on my short list. The last game he came out with, the last two games he came out with, I should say, and he takes a long time between games. He came out with King of Tokyo. Amazing game. I love it. Then he came out with a game I like to pronounce Ghost. Not so good. So I don't know what's going on. He's very inconsistent.
He has made a couple
Come on.
really horrible games.
Okay. But
All the good games you said, there's like 8 years between
So have
them.
all the other people we've already listed.
All right, that's fine. I'm just saying. I'm just trying to see some backing
I'm
for
just saying,
not putting him on his
He was
list.
on the short list. He
You
was on the
can't- you
short list
can't-
for sure, but
You can't
like
have a
Magic
home run.
and King of Tokyo isn't enough for me.
You can't. Well, then what about Android Netrunner? That's one of your favorite games.
Yeah, I like the game, but and Robo Rally. I mean,
Okay.
those are the four
Oh,
he gets.
I'm
Stop.
with you there.
You're taking here.
I'm with you there.
Just
I'm
what's
with you on
what's
Robo
yours? Is it Richard Garfield?
My number 6 is Tom Vasel.
What, 2 games?
1.5 at
One and
this
a half,
point.
yeah.
One and a half. Wow. Okay. You might not know who this guy is by name, but you will recognize his games.
Steve Avery.
Michael, I want to say Reineck or Reineck.
Oh, yeah.
It's Reineck. Okay. Michael Reineck. Who designed Pillars of the Earth,
Yes.
who designed Cuba, who designed Witch of Salem, and the obscure one I'm going to mention, Lemming Mafia. Which
As
is,
soon as I saw this guy, I thought Zee's going to put him on his list. Because Pillars of the Earth was not enough for me to put him on my list.
Right.
And then I was like, oh, Witch of Salem, I remember Z like that.
And I like
game.
Santiago de Cuba is his also.
That's okay. Cuba's, though, it's kind of...
Santiago de Cuba I like even better. I like his stuff, honestly. And he's not a big name designer, but I see his name on something, I want to try it. I want to play it. I want to know what it is. And I can't think of one game I've played from him that I've thought, oh, it's awful. I hate it. Not even the ones that haven't come over, like the Godfather one he did. It's a dice roller. It wasn't translated, but even that game, that's a good game. Everything I've played from him, I've enjoyed. Some more than others, yeah, but there's nothing I've hated. So this guy had to be on my list. So Michael Reineck, that's my number 6.
All right.
Number 5.
My number 5. That's where we are.
Yes.
Breaking the top half of the list.
Oh yeah.
My number 5. Probably going to be higher on one of your guys' lists. If it's not,
You're gonna.
again.
We're gonna be dumb again, Master.
Yes, exactly.
Thank you.
Ticket to Ride. Ink and Gold.
Half of Ink and Gold.
Still.
Say some more games and we're going to say
Alan
half of.
Moon. Alan R. Moon, Isla Dorada, one of my a game that I really enjoyed.
Oh, I forgot about that.
He didn't really design that game.
You don't think so?
That's Bruno Faduti's game. He's just crediting him.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, okay, whatever.
How do you know that?
10 Days series.
I read the rule book.
The 10 Days series is a game
That's
a bunch of games that I really enjoyed.
Half his.
I don't care.
No, Alan Moon is one.
No,
of those guys. He's one of those guys that works a lot with other guys.
Surf's
also.
Up, dude. Surf's Up, dude.
You like that game?
One. Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was.
I think you were the only one. I'm fairly certain.
Wow.
I think they sold one, and I think it's.
No, I didn't buy it. I got.
Oh, so somebody else bought it and gave it to you?
Yes. No.
They did sell one.
Somebody gave it to.
All right. We're getting off of this penguin game. Let's go. Surfing penguins. Oh, no, not surfing penguins. Just surfing.
I had cool meeples. Cool.
Surfing.
Yeah, I know.
I played with a lot of people, and they all enjoyed it.
Okay, cool. No, Alan R. Moon, there's no question. He's a very well known, very well respected designer.
Yeah. Very much so. And also Airlines Europe. He's done some really good stuff.
I didn't like that game, though, so I didn't.
Cool. All right, is it me?
Yeah.
All right, my number 5, Freedom and Freeze. I think that's how you say it. He's done, obviously, Power Grid, okay? Everybody knows Power Grid, Fearsome Floors. The one I don't hear anybody talking about, Famiglia, which is a little 2-player card game, really cool. It's a little bit of a deck-building game, really simple deck-building game, and it just works. It's only for 2. I think Rio Grande put it out some time ago, and I've just never seen anybody play it or talk about it, and it's neat. It's a great 2-player card game. This guy makes very different games, which is one of the things I like. And yeah, sometimes he swings and misses, but his games tend to be, at the very least, interesting. There's something in there that makes you go, wow, that's just bizarre, or that's strange, or that's new. I like that. If he's putting out a game, I want to check it out at least. You know, I might not love it, but there's a lot of his games I do like. He's got a lot. There's a lot of his games that are still in my collection. Felix, the Cat in the Sack. That's another great little.
Yeah, that's a good game.
You know? So he's my number 5. I really like his style. I like what he brings to the table. So, Freedom and Freeze, 5.
Both excellent choices, gentlemen. Both I didn't put on my list. Alamu, I thought about it seriously.
There's a lot of good designers.
There really is.
10 is difficult.
Mine, though, is pretty high on the list, number 5, for considering how new he is to designing. This is the newest designer I have on my list, and that's D. Brad Talton from Level 99.
Okay.
He doesn't have a whole ton of games to his credit yet, but the ones that he does are really hitting high for me. The 2 I like the best, obviously, are BattleCon, War of Endines, or Devastation of Endines, and Pixel Tactics. Yes. I also really like Noir.
Noir, yeah.
Noir. You don't like Noir?
Pixel Tactics.
Oh, Pixel. Oh, no. That's what it looks like, but it's really cool.
It looks like...
He also did that game. I don't remember if you liked that Kill the Overlord game.
Pixelated. It's nasty.
Did you like that Kill the Overlord game? Where you passed around, someone was the Overlord, and eventually someone tried to kill the Overlord?
No.
I thought that was cool. He also did the 7-card Slugfest and Disc Duelers, which were 2 very different games based on the same universe.
Yeah.
And so I'm just really enjoying that, really looking forward to seeing what's coming next from him. So maybe he won't be on my list next time we do this or not. But for now he is, because if you said he's making a new game, I'd be like, ooh, really? Cool. Yeah. So
maybe I'll like it if he doesn't use pixelated graphics.
That's the only one he did that on, though.
Oh, put a bad taste in my mouth.
All right.
And
anyway.
It's still there. I can taste it through this.
Big Red.
Brad Talton.
Number 4.
Number 4. Bruno Cathala.
Now, do we get in trouble if we don't have him on our list, too?
I don't care. You guys are done.
He won't even ask us.
He's not even trying.
The Society of Architects, Jamaica, Mission Red Planet, Dice Town, Mr. Jack, Sobek, Cyclades. I don't know. I pronounced that wrong, but I don't care.
Apparently now it's like Cyclades or something.
Yeah.
I can't keep up, fellas.
I know.
Can we stick to one? It was Cyclades for a while. Then it was Cyclades. And now apparently I'm supposed to pronounce like a hard K sound on the first.
Yeah.
Cyclades. I mean, come on.
Cyclades. Cyclades.
Word to the wise. Please name your game something that everyone just pronounces the same way.
But when I looked at the list of his games, he pretty much was a straightforward on the list. Period. Mm-hmm. He comes out with another game. I want to see what it's like.
Yes.
I mean, bar none.
All right.
Cool.
My number 4 is Eric Lang. hot designer these days. All the
Very hot
companies
right
want to
now.
work with him. He did the Star Wars card game, but that's not the only card game he did. I haven't played the Cthulhu one or the the Game of Thrones one.
Call of Cthulhu?
Call of Cthulhu one, but he also did Warhammer Invasion, which is a game I'm not involved with anymore, but was a very well designed game. He's most well known for Chaos in the Old World, and while I wasn't a huge fan of the theme, it was an extremely well designed game. He just did Trains and Stations, which I liked a lot.
That's awesome.
The Hobbit game, and he was half the design team of Quarriors, which is a game I really like, and I'm super excited and love the new upcoming Dice Masters, the Marvel Dice Masters. And his co-designer, Mike Elliott, yeah, almost made the list himself.
Right.
Very good, because he did Quarriors and he did Thunderstone. But when push came to shove, I picked Eric because he also has done these remarkable card games. Mike's also done a lot of great card games, but Eric has done card games that I play more often. So I think he has some really fresh ideas and really does some cool stuff. Eric Lang, my number 4.
Very cool. Does that mean?
Yep.
All right, my number 4 is someone that's been named already, Antoine Boza.
Ta-da!
Hey.
Antoine Boza, Ghost Story, 7 Wonders, the one that not everybody's talking about, Pocket Rockets, which has a really bad name, and it's a really cool little card game. It's a neat little card game. I really like it. If you haven't tried it, check it out. I think you'll like it. There's not a whole lot to say about this guy. He's hot right now. He is at the top of the world, this guy. Hanabi obviously just won the Spiel award for him, and every time he comes out with something, it tends to be fresh. You know, that's I think the best way I can put it. His games feel fresh. He just doesn't repeat himself very often. He's very you'll play a game and you probably won't be able to pinpoint it's from him. You'll like it and then find out it's from him and go, of course I like it. You know what I mean? Which is a great quality. I think he's got a long career ahead of him, so that's exciting to watch. So that's my number 4, Antoine Boza.
Cool.
Number 3.
My number 3, which I'm almost 100% confident on all 3 people's list because I know it was already on Sam's, is Bruno Cathala. And you already said Shadows over Camelot and Cyclades, Cleopatra, Jamaica, Mission Red Planet, Dice Town, Boomtown, which is an older game that's pretty fun. Queen's Necklace was one I enjoyed. And then if you reach really far back, when you did those, remember those 2-player games where you
love
did
those.
Tony and Tino and
those.
Drake and Drake?
My 2 favorites are War and Sheep
Yeah.
and Atlas and Zeus.
And it wasn't so big on Atlas Zeus, but I like Tony and Tino.
Tony and Tino's okay.
But still, these were like 2-player games, and it's unfortunate because they got like so little buzz.
Yeah.
There was like a set of 4 of them, and
He's an expert at 2-player games. I mean, the guy he knocks it out of the
And more
park.
recently, he came out with The Little Prince, a cool little game. He did even a little Euro game, Mundus Novus, with the ships, which I thought I was going to hate, and was actually a pretty cool game. So this guy was an automatic on the list, top 3, Bruno Cathala.
Yeah, he's not. He won't make it on my list.
Lies.
My number 3. What? My number 3 is Ignacy Trevicek.
I'm so surprised.
The designer of Robinson Crusoe, Stronghold, and again, the third one's the one that doesn't get a lot of love, Witchcraft.
I thought you were going to say Convoy.
Convoy gets more love than this, actually.
Yeah, because I never heard of Witchcraft.
Witchcraft is the one that the company came out with right after Hiroshima Hex.
And you should mention he did do Hiroshima Hex, because that's the game most people know.
It's not his design.
Oh, that's right, it's not. He didn't do that one.
That's I want to say Michel Hawks, something like that. So that's not his.
We're going to get Z to pronounce all the game names.
Yeah, I know, but I'll probably be wrong.
Everyone loves him.
Witchcraft is a little bit like Hiroshima Hex, but only 2 players. Anyway, I really like his stuff. His games do tend to be very dense. There's a lot in there. And there's a couple I haven't played, but other ones I have played of his games I do like. And I think he's got a good savvy, he's very savvy as to what to put out and also what to get for his company too, because that's his company, the Portal. So I like his stuff. Every time he's got something coming out, I'm excited to play it. 51st State, I really dug. The New Era, great also. I like it. And the fact that they're set in that universe also really works for me, because I like the post-apocalyptic theme. So, if he's coming out with something, I want to play it. So that's my number 3, Ignacy Trzewiczek.
Okay, my number 3 already been mentioned before, and it is Richard Borg.
I thought he'd be in your top 2 actually, but
Yeah, well, Richard Borg, Memoir 44, one of my top 5 games of all time, probably. It's a little bit
we're doing that
overshadowed.
next year.
Yeah. Command Codes Ancients, Battlecry, Wired Earth, and this one threw me for a loop. This is a game that I used to love to play, and had no idea Richard Borg had designed it. Pigpile.
yeah. He did that really.
I was like, really? I had no idea.
Remember Ghost? Pigpile.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, it's not that bad of a game.
No, I'm saying Ghost was almost the same mechanism as
gotcha.
Pigpile.
Okay, all right. Well, the geek said that it came out in 2001, but I'm almost positive I played this game when I was a kid.
Pigpile?
Yeah.
Then you designed it, Sam.
No, I didn't.
Richard Borg, he wants his game back.
No.
I think Pigpile's based on a like a basic public domain game.
I haven't played that one, so
That's why Ghost is very similar. It's not based on
I know
Pigpile. I think
played
they're
it
both based on a similar game.
I know I
Right,
played
right.
it in Korea a lot, but
Pigpile was the very first game I ever got as a review copy.
Really?
Yeah.
It's cool.
That's a little Vasel trivia for you, folks. Thanks for tuning in.
So my number 3, Richard Borg.
Number 2.
All right, my number 2 is I want to say the guy on the list who's designed the fewest games, but they're all crackerjack. This is Matt Leacock, who's done obviously Pandemic, but he's done Forbidden Desert, Forbidden Island, Roll
Pandemic
Through the
2 and
Ages.
Pandemic 3.
And yeah, kind of. And he's got the Pandemic Dice thing happening now.
You don't even know what that's like.
No, I'm just saying it looks cool. That looks cool. So
Oh,
I'm
okay.
excited to play that.
There is already some positive buzz on. I was just reading
There
about
is,
that.
there
too.
is.
Oh, no, everyone likes it, yeah.
Yeah. So he just shows a ton of promise, and clearly the stuff he designs, I'm smelling what he's cooking. So I'm just really excited for whatever else he's got coming on.
What do you mean? I'm smelling. I smell.
Can you
Smell
smell
the
what
man's
Leacock
cooking.
is cooking?
It would be nice to see him do something other than a bunch of co-ops back to back. I know he did Roll Through the Ages, but I'm excited to see what when he breaks out of the phase, what else he's gonna do. I just hope he doesn't become
That guy.
the Klaus Tuber or Alan Moon, which not to say that they're not good designers, but they're clearly milking the cow, which is fine. I'm just hoping he starts to branch out because I want to check that.
He certainly has one of the best track records of any designer. They're like, hey, I did a mega hit. I guess I'll do another mega hit. Let's do another one.
Yeah.
I mean,
But he has
that's
only
pretty
designed
impressive.
a handful of games. But he's my number 2, Matt Leacock.
Yeah, actually, the small number of games is what made me wonder, put him on my list or not.
Yeah.
But I like him, and he was certainly one I considered.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, my number 2. It's probably what you think is my number 1, but it's not.
Go ahead.
My number 2 is Christian Peterson.
Okay.
Christian
That wasn't who I thought you had for number 1. We'll see. Maybe I'm wrong.
We'll see. Maybe.
But I thought he might be on your list.
Twilight Imperium 3.
That's it.
Thrones,
Done.
StarCraft, Tide of Iron, Lord of the Rings Confrontation. I mean, these are all knocks out of the parks for me.
Well, I think of all those, I think Game of Thrones and Twilight Imperium are his.
Yeah.
And I think he kind of just consulted on the others. I don't know, though.
The point is, Sam is smelling what he's cooking.
Whatever.
You can only use the phrase once, so.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
I'm
then
sorry.
instead.
I'm sorry.
Read the rules before you come on the show.
Peterson, my number 2.
My number 2, if Z can put on Stefan Feld, then I'm going to put on a Euro game or 2. But mine is much more popular than Z's, and that's Uwe Rosenberg.
Okay.
Before he was famous for
I
Agricola,
thought he might be your 1. So.
Agricola, La Havre, and Caverna, and Ora and Labora, which are 4 great games. You could get him there by himself.
Yeah.
He had Bonanza and Babel and Mamma Mia, which is come on, Mamma Mia is a great card game, and even Nottingham, that little
Bonanza's
Robin
better
Hood
than
card.
Nottingham's all right. Babel. Oh, Babel.
Babel is the meanest 2-player game. It's so mean.
There's Babel, and then there's punching people in the face, pretty much.
It's pretty close.
Yeah.
The babbles of the first game I played with somebody. He's like, "Oh, let me teach you this game." I was like, "Oh, that sounds fun," and it was just like, boom. I was like, "Oh, okay. So you hit me. I can recover from that." No, I can get hit when I'm down, and you hit me again.
That's mean.
But it's still in my collection because.
I have it.
So anyway, I do think he's fantastic. I wish sometimes that maybe he would just take a break from these mega games he does and do one of his cool card games again because they were cool.
Yeah, I know.
So, but either way, even if he had just done the first half, the card games, he was so well known then. And then after Agricola, I don't know. I think it would have been almost wrong of me not to put him on the list. I really like him. I have at least 5 of his games in my collection.
Yeah, no, that's a good
So, Uwe Rosenberg.
And finally, number 1.
All right. So what are you guys thinking here?
You're number 1. It's Cathala. Come on.
So let me see. Leo Colovini, I'm assuming for you. Yeah, Leo Colovini, number 1.
Yeah, close. Very close.
I'm gonna guess Corey K for you, and I don't know for Sam yet.
Actually, I'm guessing Corey K for him.
Okay.
But
okay, my number 1, Cathala, Bruno Cathala.
so surprising.
Yeah, he's everybody knows that. Mr. Jack, Shadows Over Camelot. He did a little card game called Sobek, which is neat.
Yeah,
very get a lot of love, but I like it. I like it a lot. The Mundus Novus they mentioned, also very cool game. He does a lot of co-designs, this guy. Yeah. However, here's the thing, and here's why he's at the top of his game compared to the other guys he works with. Bruno Faduti, Ludovic Montblanc, Serge Lager. They're all good designers, but when they all work alone, they all stumble a little bit. This guy can knock it out of the park on his own.
Think Shadows Over Camelot. Amazing.
Well, that's him and
right, that's what I'm saying. He works with somebody else, and they go, no, Serge Lager.
Serge Lager, okay. He's worked with all of them, plenty, but he can work alone and make a great game. If he's coming out with a game, I don't want to play it. I want it. I need to own that game.
Woo! Mr. Cathala, I would like to design a game with you. Because Z will like it.
So yeah, my number 1, absolutely, really love his stuff, Bruno Cathala.
Well, my number 1, you were not even close to getting, but I am not a moron. Like Sam said.
Yeah.
I had to put him on the list.
Who is it then?
Richard Garfield.
Yeah.
And but it's not just that. Okay, obviously I'm having a somewhat small resurgence into Magic the Gathering recently. Mm-hmm. I also really like Android Netrunner. A Robo Rally. While you two aren't fans of it, I love it. And King of Tokyo, Battletech CCG. He did that really cool game, Filthy Rich. And he did the great party game, What Were You Thinking? Which, granted, took a game off the internet and made it public, but still was a great game. Yeah. And I just think, yes, he's made some duds, but the thing is, when he makes a game, it is huge if it's good. King of Tokyo is...
What kind of qualifying statement is that?
It is a huge game if it's good.
If it's good.
No. What I'm saying is, when he does well, it's not just a little well. It's not like, oh, yeah, some people have heard of his game. Everyone's heard of him. He didn't just sit on Magic the Gathering his whole life.
Right.
And he could have.
That's
he
true.
could, he could be flying. He could build an island in the Pacific out of Magic the Gathering commons and live on it.
That's probably true.
That's cool.
Be soggy. Soggy. Okay, we're way off topic. The fact is, I think he's a great designer, and if they say he's making something, like I almost went, I haven't yet because I don't play many games online, but I almost went and got SoulForge for the iOS simply because he was one of the designers. And to me, that shows, I don't know, I just think he's great. Richard Garfield.
Cool.
Okay. Cool. Well, my number 1, Tom called it.
Woo!
Corey Kineska. Okay. BSG, X-Wing, Descent, Mansions of Madness, Warrior Knights. I mean, this guy, he's almost got the Midas touch.
No, when I get a box of Corey Kineska, I think Sam will like this game.
Yeah, this is going to be cool.
Yeah.
This is going to be cool.
No, I think Sam will like this game, actually.
No, this is going to be cool.
Well, here's my thing. I think he does a great job, but sometimes he adds in a little too much. He's like, oh, let's take this combat and add 6 ways of...
Well, he's definitely an American-style designer. No one could argue that.
Yeah, I don't have a... I don't...
And that's fine. You like that.
I don't really
that's
know that wasn't a problem for me. I mean...
Yeah.
I mean, I have 6 ways to kill your dude. So...
That's great.
That's awesome.
You like that, yeah. Now, I'm a little bit on Tom's camp on this one. I like his style. I think he's a brilliant guy. his games do tend to be a little too complicated and long for me, but he clearly knows what he's doing, and what he comes out with is so... There's just so much there, you don't even know how he did it, you know? So, yeah.
That's it. Maybe you will be on the next list.
But not likely.
Now, listen, though, here's the thing. I think a lot of this shows track records. There's a lot of people on Kickstarter who have made a game, and everyone's like, oh, great game and all.
Right.
And that's fine and all. But I like it when someone keeps coming out with good games and good games.
Yep.
There's a lot of one-hit wonders out there, or two-hit wonders.
Yeah.
There's a couple designers that I want to put on my list, like Felipe Chiartes. I was like, oh, I'll put him on my list. I got Small World and Evo and Twin Tin Robots, and that's it. You know, what else do they have?
I have a couple.
I stopped in that list with Small World. That was that.
I like his stuff. I thought about him. I have a guy, Corne Van Moorsel, I think his name is. He's the guy who did Power Boats, Factory Fun, Basket Boss. He's cool, but not 10. You know what I mean? It's difficult to get just 10. Dominic Earhart, Conottiere, Lasco, Silla. You know, these guys.
Even Cosmic's my favorite game. So it's like, oh, the Cosmic designers, they did Cosmic Encounter and Dune and...
Nothing.
All right. Well, no, Borderlands, but we don't talk about that one. But I mean, now here, I'll do one obvious omission from my list that maybe you thought was going to be on it, and I thought these two guys, I knew it wasn't going to be on their list, but Vlada Chvátil. Very popular game designer. You know, you guys aren't fans of his. And I thought, well, wait, I love Galaxy Trucker, I love Space Alert. And then I looked at his whole body of work, and I would say about half of them I liked, a lot.
Right.
And the other half were like, so that's why he's not on my list.
Cool.
Because he doesn't hit it out of the park from every time.
Well, if nothing else, the list is going to give you guys, a little bit of an insight into what we like. Sometimes you don't get as big a picture from just 10 games, but I think 10 designers, that's a big picture. I think you know what their styles are and what we like, as a consequence of that. So that's why I thought it was a cool topic,
And I think it's important about designer because if you play a game and you really like it, you can see who designed it and see what else they've designed.
Yeah.
And that's a good way to kind of branch off and see.
Cool.
And so, anyway, those are our top 10 game designers. Until next time, I'm Tom Vasel.
I'm Zee Garcia.
And I am Sam Healey.
We'll see you next time.